Hi, this is John May with Fathom Realty. Which movie means the most to you? Ben-Hur, Patton, Platoon, or Titanic? Your answer, of course, will depend on what year you were born, or more importantly, your generation. While Academy Award-winning movies may not seem that important, the sum total of experiences, values, and ideas shared by a group or a generation shapes their priorities and often their buying habits. Many of the baby boomer generation, post-World War II era babies born between 1946 and 1964, purchased large homes during their peak earning years because of their growing family size. Roughly 75 million Americans are baby boomers, made up of those 48 to 66-year-old, accounting for nearly half of all American homeowners. The trend for them was to move to the suburban areas and commute to downtown work centers. It seemed like the American dream was to live on the golf course. Now, as of January 1st, 2011, the first of the baby boomer generation hit 65 years of age. And every day since then, 10,000 boomers hit the golden age of retirement. And as they do, some of them are hoping to cash in on the equity of their home, take their one-time tax exemption, and step into something less expensive that better suits their new lifestyle. Their desire for a simpler life and their conscious decision to help create memories for their children and grandchildren will radically change the trend for housing and affect values. In her book, Right House, Right Place, Right Time, Margaret A. Wild explains the results of her research with thousands of boomers who either recently moved or plan to in the near future. Now, her findings revealed that factors that encourage 45-plusers buyers to seek out new residents include size of home, stairs, or dissatisfaction with their neighborhood or community. They want a community in a desirable location and a new home that is all on one level. At least 61% of all homeowners surveyed, regardless of their current home values, said their desire for low maintenance was part of the reason for moving. Also, householders planning on moving are likely to accept a home on a smaller lot or have no lot at all. Now, while we'd like to think that most of the Northeast of the United States is going to retire south and buy our homes down here, her research has shown that 1/3 have moved less than 10 miles away from where they're living, and half have moved less than 20 miles away. When householders did move a distance of 100 miles or more, they had a specific reason. Most of them, it was for better weather. The primary reason 45-plus buyers cited for their move was to have a new house and to live among others more like them. The intangible fabric of the neighborhood is what really sells a home. Now, some economists predict that this trend begins, the stepping down baby boomers may be in for a shock. The concern will be when the baby boomers decide to step down into a smaller house with less maintenance and a first-floor master bedroom, a swell of large homes with outdated features and antiquated systems will hit the market. And there simply won't be enough of the 44 million Generation Xers to absorb the inventory. Generation Xers grew up in the two-income household, rising divorce rate, and are the first of the latchkey children. They saw their workaholic parents lose jobs that they worked hard at. As a result, Gen Xers tend to be practical and independent. They have a work to live, not a live to work mentality. Not only will there not be enough of them, they tend to not want to be tied to a large house and a mortgage, and are less concerned with house size as a status symbol. The hope would be that the 70 million that make up the millennial generations, or the Generation Ys, would help absorb these homes. However, the Gen Y perceptions of these large suburban McMansions are that they have a big carbon footprint and a pricey commute when you consider the cost of fuel. Their priorities seem to be smaller homes closer to work centers for several reasons. First, they're financially challenged because of their current economy and because of student loan debt. And second is because they like the idea of living close to their job and walking to their work and where the action is. A big house in the suburbs with a commute is just not their vision. So with a large supply of two-story McMansions, with 20 years wear and tear on the inefficient heating and cooling systems and an outdated kitchen finishes, and the potential for little demand because of fewer buyers and those buyers wanting smaller houses themselves, it is possible that some baby boomers who follow the herd and put off their step down may get pinched on both sides. They may find that their step down in size may not mean a step down in price. A bountiful supply of large two-story homes could make their used home value come down, and the demand for newer, smaller, more energy-efficient homes may drive up the prices of the style of home they desire. Now, I know of a recent empty nester couple that made their step-down purchase 2 years in advance of their planned retirement, simply to take advantage of the low housing prices and interest rates happening now. They increased their commute to their work by an hour for the next 2 years simply to stay ahead of the herd that will put them in their home on the market when the economy recovers, only to potentially find little demand for those older homes at higher interest rates. They bought in an area where their adult children and grandchildren will want to visit on the holidays, and they started making friends with other boomers ahead of the curve. Now, if you would like a free market analysis on your current home, email me your address with market analysis in the subject line, and I will gladly do one for you at no cost or obligation. If you would like to search the MLS for free in real time, visit my website at www.johnmay.fathomrealty.com. If you like my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and they'll be sent to you as they're made.